Here we go. Hi, video diary. It has been almost exactly 2 months since I made my last video. I did not want to make this one, but I am going to because I said from the beginning that these videos were going to be a journey that I could look back on when I got to the end, hopefully in a good way, to see the progress or all the stumbles along the way. I purposefully waited all this time to make a video because it's embarrassing. I know that now I actually have subscribers and people that are watching my videos, and you don't like to admit that you're not perfect and things aren't going great. So let's just get into it. After my last video, things actually were going really well. I was doing really well with my project at work. Um, and then as big projects do, like I had some issues with the project. We had a stumble and now we're a little bit behind. And I don't know if anyone has ever experienced this at work either, but people that you think are your work friends, maybe even possibly people who have been your friend before, but you happen to work at the same corporation or the same place. For whatever reason, all of a sudden when you're in the spotlight or you're leading a big project or something good is happening for you, all of a sudden they're not your champions. They're people that are maybe backstabbing you or trying to undermine something that you're trying to do. And I just don't get that kind of thing. And that's one of the big reasons that I like to work from home. I don't like to be a part of the office gossip. I don't like to be a part of office politics. I don't like any of it. I like to put my head down. I like to get my work done. I like to do a good job. That's the purpose of my job. I enjoy what I do, and I don't want all of these other things to ruin that for me. And with this project, there's a lot of that because I have to collaborate with a lot of different teams and people who don't really know me or necessarily understand my my personality or the way that I am. You know, and I try to tone some of that down for other people because I have a tendency to come across very straightforward. I say what I mean and I don't sugarcoat it. I feel like that wastes time, and I don't feel like you should have to baby anyone or sugarcoat things for people. Why not just present the facts, present them as they are without opinion and straightforward, and you'll get more done that way. Unfortunately, some people aren't like that, and I guess I don't necessarily understand that, but I'm trying. Okay, so that's kind of what I've been dealing with in the last couple of months with this project. Still love what I'm doing. I'm really trying to navigate how to be a good project manager and how to work with people that maybe I don't necessarily get along with, or our personalities clash in some way, because I really am trying. And something you don't know about me as well is I'm a highly sensitive person. I'm very sensitive to things that are going on around me, which means I can definitely tell as soon as someone's giving me attitude, as soon as someone has bad intentions, in the same respect that I can also tell when someone is really hurting. I can really tell when they're really just lashing out for other reasons. Um, so besides work, things that are going on in our environment and in society or in the world right now are really weighing heavily on me. I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but in the last couple of months, I feel like the world is like downward spiraling between impending wars and police brutality and racism and all these things that just seem to be coming to this inevitable head. It is just making me crazy. I don't know if this is affecting anyone else, but I lie awake at night and think, is there going to be a world next year? Like, will everything be gone? I'm having a really hard time with things that are happening in the news right now. And then to compile on top of that, a little bit of backstory. My daughter and I have always been super close. We've always had this great relationship. She never gave me any problems in high school. She was a straight A student. I never dealt with any of that teenage angst. She has since moved out of the house. Um, Last year we didn't talk for some months because she had decided that she hated my face, and every problem that she's ever had in her life was my fault, and I don't know where this was coming from. And it eventually came out that she'd been talking to her dad, which her dad was basically a sperm donor. I apologize for saying that, but he's never really been a part of her life. He's never known how fantastic she is, but she wants to know him, and he is not good and not good for her. So who knows what he's been telling her. Anyways, we didn't talk for many months, and all of a sudden she came to me one day and said that she wanted to talk again. She wanted to have a relationship with me again. So we started up a relationship again, and I didn't try to make her talk about it. I didn't try to, make her tell me what her problem ever was with me, and I should have. I shouldn't have just accepted her back. So then we're getting along really well, and then maybe just a couple weeks after I made that video in February, we went over to her house and we had dinner, and it was really great. And then like a week or two after that, she hates my face again and wants nothing to do with me and tells me she shouldn't even be talking to me and I'm the worst person in the world again, and just up, down. And I just don't get where it's coming from. I was trying to plan a birthday party for her because she was turning 20, and she just did just a week or two ago now. But then that all kind of fell through because we were arguing, and I'm gonna get too upset, but it's too much. It was just too much to deal with all at once. So I was having a really hard time, and I'm a comfort eater. So anyways, I think I gained about 5 pounds. I think I weighed myself at one point in the last, I think it was 3 weeks ago maybe. I weighed myself and I was like 237 something, 237 point something, I don't know. And I was like, oh my God, pretty soon I'll have gained all my weight back just because I'm stress eating, comfort eating, all of the regular bad things. I would just eat something sugary, and you know how it is. As soon as you eat something with sugar in it, your body says more sugar, and that's what I would do. So that's what I did, and I gained up to 237. And in the middle of all this too, I'm going through this getting older thing. So I'm 42, and I'm starting to notice how my face is drooping, and I'm starting to notice where I'm getting a lot more gray hair. And now I had to get glasses in case you didn't notice. I hate having to wear glasses. But I was getting to a point where I was having a hard time seeing, so I had to finally break down and get glasses. And I was having a real hard time with that. I know this sounds like a bunch of play the victim, poor me, but I just wanted you to know what I've been going through in the last couple months and why I haven't made a video. But it actually did get better. 2 weeks ago, I was trying to kick the sugar again, and I did. And I was back to exercising, which I hadn't been doing at all. And I went one day like full out, and I did all these lunges. I think I did like 150 lunges. And I woke up the next morning and my right ankle hurt really bad. But I thought it was just kind of like when I had plantar fasciitis some years ago. So I thought if I just stretched it out, it would be fine. So my husband and I went on this really great hike for like 2.5 miles. It was so sunny and it was so nice. But then after that, I couldn't walk. So I actually done more harm than good, obviously. So now I've been laid up in my bed for like the last 2 weeks, working from my laptop in bed and trying to stretch it out. I've been wrapping it, icing it, and taking anti-inflammatories, and it's actually getting better. I'm hobbling around more. Actually, I've driven twice now on it. And I've lost 3 of the 5 pounds that I gained, so I'm actually back down to 234 now when I weighed myself this week. So setbacks, baby, but I'm back on the right track, and I'm actually cooking all the whole starch, plant-based foods again. Not much, if any, of the fake stuff. I mean, the kids are with us. They're 2 weeks with us right now because we're 2 weeks on and off with the girls, and they like the Trader Joe's meatless meatballs and the Trader Joe's falafel and stuff like that. So I do buy that stuff, and I will make that. But I'm not eating, like one night I made melts for them, but I did not eat the cheese. I made myself a melt with all veggies. So I'm slowly weaning that stuff back out, and I'm doing well, obviously. So I just want to let you know where I was. uh, back on the starch solution, and the program and the lifestyle works if you will stick to it and not go back to your old ways, your old habits, and your old crutches. It's just so hard in the moment when you're caught in the moment and you're just looking for comfort from any source. You don't necessarily think about what you should be doing, and I hope to one day get to a point that it just becomes normal to reach for those healthy things, and I don't even want like the sugary or the fatty things. You know what I mean? I mean, if any of you that are watching this are way past that point and you're at a higher state of enlightenment and you're to a point where you don't reach for those things, tell me what helped you to get there. I hope to one day get there. Um, I'm trying. I'm really trying. So I hope you're all doing well. Have a good day today.